Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Stargazer Cafe, where today we'll be talking about, of course, Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 2. I'm joined by my co-host Sparta. Say hello, Sparta.
I got a remote.
A remote? For what?
Yeah. Chewing on.
Oh, so you're a dog now.
I don't have to answer that.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's a show, right?
I'm liking it so far.
I'm liking it too. I kind of like this episode this time because they showed Isaiah Bradley, who's another super soldier in the comics, and they mentioned Power Broker, which is a company, and Flag Smasher. It's another supervillain. It's relating to Captain America, and it's been great. There have been more references that seem to be paying off than WandaVision, so that's
So
cool.
far, the setup has been very picking up like the pace quicker. They're actually establishing everything already in a nice, decent pace.
Well, it's gonna be a
Nothing like
shorter
too crazy.
series.
Yes, but they're doing it far quicker. It's 3 less episodes, meaning they could stay with the same formula and just had everything wrapped quicker, theoretically.
Probably, but
But it's probably better if they're doing this now, having a nice balance of pace. Because since this show is honestly more important than WandaVision uh, in the wider theme of the universe, honestly.
yeah, I
Because think about it, WandaVision, the most you get out of it is slightly more understanding Wanda's powers, the return of Vision, and Wanda's new name. That's all you get.
an introduction of cosmic horrors and stuff.
That kind of goes with the introduction, the more understanding of Wanda's powers. It goes with it.
Yes.
That's pretty much all you get out of it. Well, with the Falcon and Winter Soldier, you get pretty much more understanding, or more like the big process of what goes into finding the new Captain America, which is a really big, seeing how he's such a big player within the entire universe, which is honestly far more important.
I don't know. I don't. I've I know they are going to go with the route of who's the new Captain America, but I'm kind of hoping that Falcon will remain Falcon, and the other characters will remain their own character rather than being Captain America. So
I mean, that's pretty much the reason why Sam rejected the mantle, because he pretty much doesn't want to be uh, pretty much strung to that entire reason of being Captain America.
I don't know. Like I feel like they are most likely going to make Falcon Captain America, mostly because
Well, most likely.
because they introduced the replacement of Falcon, which is the Mexican Falcon. Uh,
Yeah, but it's gonna be a short-term thing. We all know it's gonna be that.
yeah, it's most likely that it's going to be short term, and that Falcon will
Because
remain
I've been
Falcon.
thinking, technically when Steve went back in time, they had no need to find his body, right? Because he was technically found. So theoretically, there could be a second Captain America somewhere in the ice, still there.
Probably.
Because I don't think the time travel doesn't really affect that, right?
Mm,
If you change that thing, it carries over. So technically, they never found Captain America, or something like that.
I don't think that makes too much sense because then what happened to the Avengers? Like, is it an older Steve now who,
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
like,
That the time travel they have here is not that good to understand. Because apparently, if Steve was never there, and yet at the same time was there, how would these events still occur?
yeah, it's dumb. That's the one part I don't really like about how they explain the time travel. Like, I guess that they made the time travel so there wouldn't be that many retcons and stuff. Like, oh, it already happened. We had this in mind the whole time. But like,
Like, by their own logic, wouldn't that old Steve be an alternate timeline then?
yeah, no, because remember they said that like only the time stones and the infinity stones and all that shit can alter the timeline, not really a person.
Well, so can anything else apparently. So like that wouldn't that was by that logic like that would mean like Captain America just aged rapidly during all these events by that point then, or like he was semi older during these events and is retired by that point.
I don't know. It feels a bit dumb.
It kind of does. That's what I'm saying. Like if it goes by that rule, like technically these two characters can survive or stay in the same existence. So I'm kind of questioning if that was stuff what they do. Were like, hey, if we go check the same spot where Captain America was found, would there be a second one there that we never found because they technically found them, or there's gonna be not a thing? It's like, oh, this is the same Captain America. It's just he was just aged differently.
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like they might go for that cheapo route and saying that there's a reason to bring him back if Chris Evans ever is interested in going back as a character.
What I think they will probably go back is something like using the time stone to revert his age, or like
Uh,
how,
Maybe
or like
like
how they did it once
what?
in the comics. Like they just
Yeah,
injected him with
Did,
another super soldier serum.
yeah, because like in the comics, his was running out, and that was basically one of the reasons why he was still staying so young because the super serum was helping him decrease his aging a bit.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why and all that.
Well,
And like it's kind of hard to deter because this one's more the more confusing aspects of time travel because what they take out can have effects, and what they put in can also have effects as well. But it causes branches in the timeline, and it doesn't seem to have effects on their timeline. But at the same time, it kind of does. Old Steve.
yeah, something which I kinda didn't like was how they are handling Isaiah's character. Like in the in well, traditionally in the comics, like he was imprisoned after World War II because he was impersonating quote unquote Captain America. Because
Well, to be fair, it's kind of a ridiculous notion.
no,
Like you're giving like this is more like a stance on like on the political side of superheroes within that universe, which makes much more sense than the one in the
no,
comics, honestly.
in the comics, basically, he was experimented on by the USA by an infiltrated Nazi soldier, and he was part of a secret program which had a lot of African American people, and he was the only survivor because Hydra wanted to kill every single one of them because they are bad people, and even if the
Yeah,
experiment was
but the thing
successful.
about the aspect of him in this episode, it brings on the more negative side of this line of work, and just like the effects on the super soldier stuff they have on them.
No, but
He might be a super soldier, but just he's still treated as poorly as everyone else, honestly, despite the fact how much respect he's been giving and how less recognition has been given since he's basically has the same powers as Captain America and yet has been forgotten about
yeah,
and is
but
treated.
they are making him in the comics. Yeah, he's more forgotten than like Captain America. But in the comics, at least he's more well known in the black community, in the African American community, because well, in the timeline, he was the first African American hero, and he was basically convicted because he quote unquote he was impersonating Captain America, because rather than
Which
die, he took Captain America's suit, a prototype shield, and just went to war with that. So
which is kind of a dumb reason for him to go to jail.
yeah,
I
that
wanted
I
to.
wouldn't mind if
Did
they
you ever?
changed, but
Yeah, they probably make a change that for the reason like maybe
no,
like
but
they.
what I wanted them to keep from his story is that he is known in the African American community, and it's sort of a political theme that he isn't known or recognized
I
outside of that.
doubt I doubt he is, since he's pretty much what they framed as was a secret project within the U.S. military, and they probably kept him there for specific reasons, just in case, like how to use them against Winter Soldier when they found out he was going around killing their men.
Yeah,
So I doubt they actually revealed any of that stuff and trying to keep it a secret, which I'm assuming is the reason why he was locked up in jail for 30 years.
yeah, but my point is that, like, unlike, well,
No, I get what you're saying, and it sounds like a good idea, but I doubt like don't want to do anything like that, because like a big deal with it was like how even Captain America knew nothing about this, and he was like big and deep with the government all those years.
yeah, well, in the
So
comics,
I doubt though. I doubt the standard people know.
yeah, he was also pardoned by Eisenhower, and like, I forget. Oh yeah, Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, a lot of important historical figures for the African American community, and
Yeah,
people
that's
of
good.
color in
Like,
general knew about him and kind of visited him in the comics. And well, it showed a bit of like political acknowledgement that some African American historical figures aren't recognized as much, and or Mexican figures,
which
or you know.
which they're basically doing with the Falcon Winter Soldiers, like go more on the political side of the superheroes within the show, which I do enjoy. Like they like what they did with that in Civil War. They touched on it. They did with the political side of all these heroes, but they pretty much abandoned it as soon as the Bucky side plot started.
Yeah, it's a shame that they haven't carried on like some of the deeper political themes of some of these stories.
Yeah,
Well,
like I do enjoy that. Like I said, with Isaiah basically being treated unfairly, despite how much of a big player he was within the U.S. military, and thrown in jail for 30 years for who knows what by this point.
exactly. And like there's I like that they changed I feel like they have changed Carly's well, first of all, Flag Smasher is a woman now. In the comics she was a male from Switzerland. Does she have an Irish
Yeah,
accent in the English dub? Well, English original audio. I had to watch it in Spanish dub, so I'm not quite sure about. Um,
yeah, she has an accent.
is it Irish or Scottish?
Seems a little bit. I have no idea, honestly. I think it just sounds like standard English.
Well, if it was Irish or Scottish, that's also a bit of representation because
Meh,
Irish and
meh.
Scottish culture has been a bit erased by the British, so it would be a bit of
Eh,
recognition. That's is that a word?
man, that's, no, but I don't think it really matters that much,
I don't know. It would be
honestly.
fun, but well, it's. I also kind of like. I know she's probably going to become the bad guy, but I like
Well,
her.
she's already the bad guy.
Is she? I like her goal.
Yeah, she's the bad guy. No, her goal is based. She's part of like that terrorist group that's basically trying to get, pretty much quote unquote, get back to the world the way they were during the blip.
Yes. Well,
So
it's
she's basically the bad guy.
it's more philosophical.
Seeing as
I don't think it's going to be kill half of the people.
philosophical, she thinks she's what she's doing is best for the people, but the way she's doing it
Yes,
is basically terrorism.
I don't
So she's technically the bad
I
guy.
don't
She's the
support
bad guy with quote unquote decent
I
motives.
don't support her the way she's doing things, but the goal of removing borders and making it one world, that I think that's a very noble goal.
Yeah, but you can't like consider someone who favors the ideals of causing terror and harm to others anything good but a terrorist. She is basically as a
I
terrorist, just blinded by her own like misguided judgment of what she thinks is best for everyone.
So she's an U.S. Marine.
Um, that's kind of a different story, but I'm not getting into that for obvious reasons.
Yes, politics. It's kind of hard to talk
There's
about.
there's difference between comic book politics and real life politics where we're never going to discuss it
Yes, we
for
are
obvious
not going to
reasons.
discuss real world politics, even if they tie
So,
a bit into
so yeah,
comics.
Martin, like in the future, probably keep his
Yes,
comments
I'll try to
down
keep my comments down.
because like comic politics are more like simple and broad, and you can easily distinguish between them. While real life politics is just a big
Well,
crap fest that no one wants to get into.
kinda and kinda not. Like X-Men has gotten a bit.
No,
Yes, X-Men is a bit more political in its themes.
well, yeah, but not in more recent years that they kind of fell off with their entire premise of the X-Men.
Yeah, because of Disney. We know Disney doesn't want.
Not Disney, just not because of Disney, but it's natural progression of the X-Men. Like by this point, the segregation of mutants pretty much is story kind of died down a bit. It's still there, but it's not as prominent as it was back then.
Alright, I forget that they progress the storylines faster than in real life.
Yeah, like, because like by this point, the X-Men are not like seen as second-class citizens anymore as much. They're just there. Everyone's accepted it.
So Days of Future Past is never going to happen again.
Maybe because like I don't catch up with the X-Men comic book, so someone can tell me what's currently like the main like topic of the comics. Is it just like personal like ventures or actual like segregation based stories based on like people not wanting these mutants around? Because I don't catch up with X-Men stuff.
Yeah, despite being a really politically ambitious story, I kinda am not into the X-Men as much. I prefer something more like well, the most recent Vision run, where he is just a husband and stuff. I like my slice of
I'm pretty
life more.
yeah.
But this episode was very interesting, honestly.
Honestly, this show is killing it with the character interactions, honestly, especially with John Walker with the rest of the cast. I just all charismatic and positive, where everyone's just pretty much being passive aggressive towards them.
Yeah, Young Walker as a character, like I can see why they didn't stick with his comic book accuracy.
Oh yeah, because in the comics he's a bit of a jerk.
A bit of a jerk.
Yeah,
I mean, his first alias was Super Patriot.
that was basically based on the U.S. military. That was their idea because they wanted more like inspirational and symbolic heroes like Captain America, which didn't go too well because that guy was not mentally sound to be a hero, seeing as he pretty much faked a bunch of the crimes so he could get more recognition.
Yeah,
Like I said,
and he's a
he was a government hero.
and he's
That was all on the government for picking it
and
out.
in the comics he's a bit racist too. And
I mean, to be fair, a lot of comics were back in the day.
no, he's more of a recent character, is he not?
I don't know because I know for all his runs, he's been consistently been a hero for a lot of times. Just been like very prone to anger and all that. This needs a little bit of like help with that.
He's a hero, but he's the kind of hero that would call me slurs after saving me. So I'm not sure how to feel about his comic book appearance.
I think it's more the character that will probably not recognize you saved him and probably walk off mad.
Exactly.
He seems like that type of guy because like he doesn't really play well with others.
I was
seeing how much all the times he was on a team, he pretty much ends up being mad at them and just starts quitting because he doesn't really enjoy being near them.
Yeah, he's a loner, and
yeah, he's like a more edgy Captain America.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say Captain America. He's certainly not
Yes,
Captain
he's
America.
basically a copy of Captain. He's a copy of Captain America. Everyone knows it. Even within comics, they state he's a copy of Captain America, just slightly stronger.
He's Punisher if he was Captain America.
Yeah, like I said, an edgy Captain America, whereas Dark Colors is always mad and angry, is willing to kill
He's
people.
broody. Well, Captain America was willing to kill people.
Yes, but U.S. soldiers more willing to kill him than he is. Like off the bat, where Captain America is hesitant on it.
Yeah, and I can also see why they didn't go with like some of his more traditional teammates. Like,
Yeah, because like
imagine if they
like
had gone with right winger and left winger. Imagine the chaos on Twitter.
yeah, that probably wouldn't have been good, especially if he's using them as like a sanctioned troublemakers just to make him look popular. That probably wouldn't flow well with most people.
Yeah. I,
I mean, I don't care that what they do. He seems like a better version of his old character. Seeing he's like supposed to be representational of what the people and everyone else in the nation. So he's supposed to be put a good face for everyone. So he's supposed to be the one protecting them.
so far, he seems like less of a douche and less of a jerk or an asshole than his comic book appearance. He seems to be more Captain America like than, well, his comic book appearance, where he's just an asshole. Like, so far, I think he's kind of a good guy, even if his intentions aren't completely like right. Like, I can see him staying as a hero more than being an anti-hero like his comic book version, particularly um in some of the darker comic book runs. Let's just say that. He also did where did he fight in the movies? Well, the MCU. Did they mention that? Sparta? Yeah, he's more of a nice person, isn't he?
Yeah, it's much of a nicer person than he originally was. Seeing as how he almost beat Spider Woman to death in the comics.
He has almost beaten Spider-Man to death. He fought.
Spider Woman.
Oh,
He's
he beats woman.
I think they had to fight and he went a little bit too far because well he's super strong. I don't remember the context, but I remember he had to fight. It got physical and he ended up almost beating her to death during that fight.
He also seems to be a bit more traditionally Captain American-ish than like even MCU Captain America, particularly when it comes to his power set. Because well, depending on the comic book run, Captain America is a bit more grounded, being more of the physical peak of a human rather than completely super soldier, and that's.
Well, you gotta remember in the MCU, they explained that John Walker in the show does not have powers.
Yeah, exactly. He's a bit more Captain American-ish.
No, not really, because
No.
in the Captain America does not really like he has like charisma and like the determination of Captain America, but he doesn't have the strength or the strength of him to actually go along with it.
No, in some of the comics, Captain America is a bit closer to the strength that John Walker is showing right now. So that's what I meant.
Well, we gotta remember when his first fight was fighting super soldier people.
Yeah, and he got his
compared to like Captain America, who fights like stronger people than that on the daily.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a different comparison because like is a regular guy going up against super soldiers, where super soldiers usually goes up against like these bigger, tougher people.
Well, he
in comparison, like, and you gotta remember, Captain America isn't the strongest character in the MCU. He's like B or C tier at most when it comes to strength.
Yeah. Well, I'm honestly surprised at like how John Walker, Battlestar, Falcon, and the Winter Soldier were able to handle the situation with 4 super soldiers, considering that.
Well, you gotta remember that they caught him at surprise and managed to give them time to get their bearings. And by the time they were kicked off the truck, they got their butts kicked.
Yeah, but like you have to remember, Falcon, Battlestar, and uh, John Walker right now are all normal human beings.
Yes, but Falcon has the ability to fly and has weaponry attached to him at any moment.
Yeah, but
It has like portable cover, so you can use that whenever.
yeah, but
Unlike Battlestar and John Walker, he has a shield, and everyone just has body armor. So really, they're far more useless than Falcon at that point.
I wouldn't say that. Like, well, Battlestar in the comics traditionally,
And remember, Falcon has far more experience with dealing with this type of people.
yes, Battlestar.
So, so basically, in that fight, they're far more useless, and they didn't last as long as they did. Like I said, they got their butts handed to them very quickly. And by the time like John Walker lost his shield to save Battlestar, he immediately got his butt kicked.
Yeah, Battlestar in the comics is traditionally a superhero. He and John Walker got their powers at the same time.
Oh yeah, that's different because in the comics they've been given augmentations similar to Captain America but stronger.
Yeah, by the power broker.
It's kind of different. Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Battlestar in the comics, he kind of left John Walker as soon as the super soldier serum kicked in, because you remember how they say that the super soldier serum enhances the bad parts and the good parts?
Yeah, that's probably why I'm crazy. I would assume that'd be a plot point within Falcon Winter Soldier where like he probably thinks he's not as good as Captain America, so he goes to the battle brokers to give him power, which I'm assuming is the reason why they were going after that group, because they probably did something to them and they wanted to do something. They wanted back, say like got their powers and never gave them like, and they owe them for that.
Yes.
And they're trying to run away from them.
Something else which I think it's gonna happen is that the power broker with their super soldier serum is kind of like, it's going to be the reason that Zemo becomes more of a comic book villain, you know? Like he's gonna,
like I said, that's probably how the U.S. agent becomes his more jerky personality because of the augmentations that might like increase like the more negative side towards him.
Yeah, and like I feel like Zemo is going to really go the comic book version where he is like just comically evil, you know? Like,
I mean, like in the comics, he's more seen as like a strategist than a combatant.
Yes, and like,
which he seems to be in here. Like he's obviously a strategist. He knows he's able to play people and all that.
Yes, he's well, Helmut Zemo or Heimlich, because
depends which version of this one.
Heimlich is the older one, the one which fought Captain America.
No, for this one.
Yeah.
What version is one in MCU?
Helmut.
Yeah. Okay, so it is the. Yeah, that one is far more strategist and all that.
Yes. Helmut Zemo is the one. Well, he is the Zemo most people know. Like, he.
Yeah, because he's the one that pretty much carried on the mantle of Zemo.
He's the one that wore the skin tight sock. Like before Helmut Zemo, the sock wasn't skin tight. It was just like Cobra Commander style sock. So now the sock is tight. Oh, he also uses a sword, doesn't he? Traditionally,
he does, but I doubt they're giving him a sword in the show.
Or is it a rapier?
It's a sword. Sword's a sword.
Yes. I feel like they might give him a sword, just so that he's a bit more of a menace. Because like I feel like with just guns and like all that, Captain America can just block easily his shots with the shield.
At the same time, though, with that shield, he easily just break the sword with the shield.
Unless they give him, hear me out, adamantium sword.
Adamantium's not even in the show or the universe.
Not yet, but it could be a sneaky reference.
If they're going to introduce adamantium, they might as well introduce it when Wolverine comes in as a foreign
No, I feel
material.
like they
Not just randomly by saying, here's an adamantium sword we just happened to
no,
find.
I feel
Kind of seems like a dumb way to introduce
I
it.
feel like if they say, "Oh, this sword was forged by with adamantium," this strange material that is really hard to find, is really durable, and its property is that it's incredibly sharp. It could work to generate a bit of hype for like Wolverine more than to negate the purpose of Wolverine. You know,
Those are like the way to introduce adamantium. Honestly, if that's really the case, then where was it all this time? Seeing as how Captain America's shield was originally a antimantium and vibranium hybrid material.
I don't know. It's a bit hard to introduce the X-Men now with like
Not really.
how would you introduce them? I still have a hard time thinking about how to, considering just how much the universe has moved on in the MCU comparatively.
I mean, they can find ways. They've introduced a lot of crazier people that, honestly, by this point, it doesn't really make much more sense to include. But honestly, they can easily introduce these characters simply.
Well, I mean, I don't know what they are going to do, honestly. Do you think they might bring the Red Skull back?
Doubt it. He's internally stuck as the Soulstone Keeper.
Yeah, he's stuck, but they could say, "Oh, no! Now that someone claimed the Soul Stone, he's back. He was transported back to Earth. That's the age he was when he was transported over there."
Yeah, by that point, he's so knowledgeable on everything. So what would be the point of him want to get into the affairs of these basically this specks of people where he's been has we've said cursed with knowledge by this point. If he knows so much, why would he just waste his time with these people?
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like they wasted Red Skull character.
Not actually that much of a character to begin with, anyway.
I mean, he's fun. He's a two-dimensional character who's just pretty
So
much
he's fun and two-dimensional, two different things. Then they get each other.
not really like he's just a comic book villain. Like he's comically evil. Like he's a Nazi. He just serves one purpose: to be fun to beat up. You know?
Meh.
Well,
Not much for you to do there. Not much they can honestly do with this character to a bunch of other heroes or villains. There's some villains that they have wasted potential on, some they didn't.
I feel like they sure wasted the potential of like Whiplash by killing him off.
In case they're Whiplash.
I do. They should bring back Justin Hammer.
Maybe upon bringing in a second-rate inventor whose technology barely works. How much of a threat would be against say sorcerers, a kid that can shoot webs from his hands and stick to walls and lift trucks. A super soldier from the World War II with a metal arm, a witch, and a robot is able to phase through walls and all that.
Titanium Man. Okay, hear me out. Do you know Roxxon?
Yeah,
How are they a threat?
the thing or not.
They are a threat. The big Minotaur guy, he's a threat.
Well, a Minotaur compared to an inventor whose technology by this point is severely out of date compared to Stark Tech, which is still going around.
I still think they are going to bring back Justin Hammer to Armor Wars.
Why bring back him when you already have like a genius character like Zemo who does a better job than he can?
He's more fun than Simo.
Well, like Justin Hammer was not even a villain. He
Yes.
was just a greedy guy who was in the middle of a business altercation who got betrayed because of
Yes,
it.
but
Technically, wasn't even doing anything malicious. It
yes.
was the guy he hired who took advantage of him. He wasn't even a bad guy. Just like a dummy who's like got betrayed because of how like naive he
Yes,
was.
but he's fun.
Not really.
Yes. He has the charisma Simo could never have.
Like what? Him crying like a baby because he can't do anything like Tony does?
Remember, he danced.
Once.
Yes, and it was a great dance.
And now he's somewhere. I think he's in jail. Like with the leader and all that for some reason.
Yes, he's with the leader. The leader will lead him.
If anything, bring back the leader since he's basically a super genius.
Bring back Abomination.
I mean, he could.
Yes, they could.
Technically, by this point, by that point, he'd be technically stronger than the Hulk, wouldn't he?
Probably.
Since like Professor Hulk is technically weaker, things as he's like held back of him having to plan out all of his moves and all that, where
And
Hulk just goes on fighting without holding back.
and his arm is useless now.
And he can heal.
Over time.
Yeah, I mean, if he could heal a bullet to the head, I'm pretty sure he could heal a broken arm.
Burnt, broken, probably incinerated and disintegrated.
Despite seeing as the fact he's able to still fight with it during the battle after he used it, I'm pretty sure he will survive. He's used to heal back. I'm pretty sure like this destroying of the stones had a little more effect on it, so it's heal fast. It feels much longer. But it'll probably get back to what it was originally.
Yes. So any final thoughts about the episode or like anything else you want to discuss?
I mean, we still have a lot to talk about, don't we? Since we haven't talked too much about it, we just went off track.
Oh yeah, right. I'm sorry. I'm a bit out of it right now because I'm a bit tired. So Mr. Simo, he's going to do a lot of stuff in the next episode, probably, right?
I don't know yet, honestly. Honestly, for me, I've just been enjoying a lot of the interactions with Falcon and Captain and Winter Soldier, especially with that therapist scene where it's basically treating it as a couple's therapy.
That was cute.
That's funny.
I feel like it implies a bit of romance.
You say everything applies to romance.
Yes.
By your logic, a character sitting next to each other is like you saying, "Oh hell, you're gonna have sex in the next episode." That's your logic.
I want sex in the next episode too.
That's your logic, honestly.
Yes.
I guess that's kind of point. Like they want to have this weird, awkward, like stance between these characters because you just want to see how it goes out. It was honestly pretty funny.
It was pretty funny.
And you guys can tell how much they hated it and how much when soldiers basically was want to slap Falcon across the face.
Yeah.
I think it's more fact of like why he's like very beaten up on that. When Falcon gave up, they wanted to take up Captain America. It was more of a deeper like wound because like Captain America's opinion and word means a lot to Bucky.
Exactly.
And him being wrong on what he thinks is right really hit him hard because remember, Captain America thought the good of Bucky even when he was under control of Hydra. And if Captain America was wrong about someone else's judgment, what does it say about him? Like, does that mean Winter Soldier can never be a good person? Like what Isaiah said, like you can't just wake up and be someone else.
Yeah.
Which is like really what Bucky is like fearing at this point.
It's complicated.
Yeah, it's a complicated feeling. That's what he's feeling at the moment.
Yeah.
honestly makes sense since he's feeling so much resentment towards us since it's his friend who's been with him for years, and his last thing he wanted as Captain America was someone to take up his shield, someone who he trusted. The one person he did trust with it turns it down and gives it to some like crackpot who was not even comparative to him in the first place.
I feel like that could have been handled story wise better.
It's handled perfectly, honestly.
I don't know. I'm a bit mixed about that part of the this.
I mean, think about it. Think why this gives more reason why he's so resentment of getting back the shield. He feels like he hasn't earned it. Some like government stooge just gave it to him, saying, "Oh, you're Captain America now because we said so," rather than giving the blessings and trust and pretty much proving themselves to be worthy of holding it. Because it is a big deal for everyone, like who leads basically a lot within the MCU. Because Captain America himself is a big figure within everything.
Hmm.
And it's him giving away, which went off to someone else who's just not even in comparison. It really hurts Bucky a lot.
Yeah. I kind of want to see what they do with the Bucky Sam's relation.
They might get used to each other, actually start be willing to work with each other again. But right now, they're just like at each other's
They
throats.
might love each other.
So if you start,
I will start what I want.
well, you can't.
I can. You can't stop me.
Also, this gives information of what happened to Agent 13. She apparently got arrested.
Probably.
Like, they said when they first stole Captain America's shield, she got caught and was arrested, apparently.
Hmm.
I mean, hey, unless we know what happened, but it doesn't really mean anything anymore since the Accords and all that. It basically has no purpose within the show anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't have that much of purpose.
Yeah, not anymore. They bring it up at Endgame, but the thing is, it doesn't really matter anymore.
It could matter. They could do something with her. I don't know what, but they could.
And yeah, they could. I mean, she's gonna be a big player within the show. With like with terrorist group and Zemo apparently gonna be antagonists, and I want to say maybe the U.S. agent turning and betraying him at some point.
Yeah, they could do some stuff with her.
They could. She could be a support character since like she knows around with the government more than they do.
I just hope they don't make her. They don't give her a romance.
She has the same with Captain America. I doubt they will.
Yeah, she's Captain America's
See,
wife.
when the wait, Agent 13 is related to uh Carter, right? And wasn't that her like niece, aunt?
Yeah.
Like what was she like? Wasn't that her? I want to say, wasn't there her aunt then?
Um. She
Hmm.
was. She was. I think she was her niece.
Oh yeah. Um, I was thinking about the timeline stuff. Of like, what would that imply? Would that mean like Captain America? That's her uncle now, or what?
Yeah, that's weird now.
Yeah, yeah. It's weird to think about that since both time travel stuff.
It was
Since
weird.
they're technically
It
married.
was weird to think about it at first. It's weird now.
Yeah, because like, does that have any effect? Would that mean technically they had children?
There's a lot of stuff that I don't want to answer about that.
Yeah, it brings up a lot of points that just probably won't be better not to bring up because like I don't know. even then, like the show always seems to bring out like, oh, Captain America's gone, like he's dead.
Yes.
I mean, if they regularly, you just bring back old Steve for a cameo or whatever.
They could. That would be
You could
funny.
honestly. I want to see what happened, how he reacted. Like he's on the TV randomly, and all of a sudden he sees like this random guy on TV saying, "Oh, he's not Captain America." What would he be thinking at the moment?
Yeah, what is Captain America's thoughts?
He's probably thinking, "America, hell yeah,
America, fuck yeah.
but 30 cheeseburgers and a big and bald eagle on his arm.
Glazed donuts.
He has glazed donuts on his head."
That could be funny.
He looks at the window that just says squints and says, "America." Back at TV. I don't know.
Yeah,
dumb.
it.
I feel like it's like I feel like old Captain America would be the guy who just says, "Get off my lawn." He's that type of guy. Honestly, I feel like he'd be that type of guy.
He could be that type of guy.
He is that type of guy.
Is he?
I don't know. The show's treating like he's dead.
Yeah. They sure are making it feel like Captain America died.
What's another thing I noticed? Like they're really prominent in showing like these characters not knowing, or psychers not knowing who these guys are. Honestly.
Yeah, I don't think many people would know who they are, considering that, like, the public in the MCU probably knows more about, like...
No, but the lady recognized them, but at the same time, it's like, hey, hey, you over there. Oh, wait, you're the Falcon. I'm sorry, bye-bye.
Yeah. Most people seem to know more about, like, Captain America.
Yeah.
And I guess...
And, like, how...
I guess it makes sense that they are not as recognized, because remember, they were wanted people for a while.
That's why why they're so recognized. Probably because they were gone for most of the years, and they were wanted for before that.
Yeah.
And it's funny their conversation of like the big three, androids, aliens, and wizards. Because technically they never fought a wizard.
Who was a wizard? Loki.
That's not really a wizard. That's a god.
He's kind of a wizard, a witch.
Well, that's a god though.
Yeah.
Doesn't really count.
Could probably fit on wizard or alien.
So technically, they fought. They haven't fought a wizard yet.
What about Doctor Strange? Yeah, that's probably where the.
Well, he's a sorcerer. Well, he's a sorcerer, but what Falcon said, he's just a wizard without a hat.
Well, technically, canonically, one Avenger has at least fought a witch.
But it's not a wizard though, so it doesn't count.
Does it? A witch is a female wizard.
That's a warlock. A warlock's a male version of a witch.
No.
Yeah, that's a warlock.
Okay. So the female of a wizard would be a.
It'd still be a wizard.
Words are confusing.
Technically, they never fought a wizard.
Yeah, they have never fought a wizard. They have.
Which kind of makes sense why Bucky's still hesitant to say anything about a wizard, because they never fought a wizard. They fought aliens and, well, they fought androids. Not Bucky specifically, but they have fought them.
Well, didn't they fight androids during the invasion of Wakanda?
No, those were just random minus aliens.
Those were some hot aliens.
Of course, you will say that.
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
Because technically, wasn't Falcon at the battle of Sokovia, I believe, with the Ultron invasion?
Yes,
Wasn't he in that
he
battle?
was air support, same as like War Machine.
Yeah, so technically he did fight Android. So he fought like two out of the big three, or just the big two.
Yeah, I feel like it would have made more sense if it was as crazy evil scientists, androids, and aliens.
Aliens.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised how Bucky is really hesitant to to say these things exist, despite the fact there's evidence of like gods and these stones that magically make everything disappear.
Remember, Captain America fought gods, and he believes in
Yes,
Jesus.
and some of these characters are hesitant to like say these things exist.
Yeah, but Captain America believes in Jesus, and like Tony Stark is still an atheist.
So
Atheist. How do you say it in English?
a- atheist.
Atheist.
For all we know, Jesus probably does exist.
Does he? Well, the one above all.
With the MCU, probably.
The one above all.
I mean, if Santa Claus can exist within the comics, I'm pretty sure Jesus can exist within the MCU.
Did you know Santa Claus has a Wikipedia page?
Yeah, he exists.
Yeah.
I forgot what his purpose, but he exists in the comics and he has powers.
No.
So I don't think it's a stretch for Jesus to actually be an actual person with powers in the MCU.
Yeah.
For all we know, he could probably become a hero, come back. His main power would be throwing the cross at people. Like, I nail you to the cross, slams you with the cross.
Crush shurikens.
Exactly. He has like a bell of shuriken crosses, starts throwing at people. Washa, washa.
Jesus technically exists because crosses in Marvel Comics hurt like vampires.
Well, that's kind of a different story.
But if
That's kind of a different reason why. It's kind of a reason why it does that.
does it?
There's a different reason why.
Yeah,
It's not really entirely based on Jesus. It's just a different reason based on that.
Yeah, well, this episode was an enjoyable one of like Falcon and Winter.
I am enjoying it. I'm enjoying it so far, mainly for the hero interaction, especially with Falcon and that little kid in the way before they met Isaiah. It was funny though.
Yeah, I didn't catch that in like English. But I assume it was pretty similar.
And it kind of was like a kind of hit on like characters who were named right after a race.
Oh,
like how
people called them
like Black Thunder.
Yeah, or
like Black Thunder.
Or like
something like that.
How some people call Miles Morales Black Spider-Man.
Yeah, because he's black. It kind of hit their take on it, saying just because I'm this doesn't mean I'm called this. No, he's just Falcon, opposed to like say him being called Black Kid. He's just a kid.
Yeah, it would be like calling the other Falcon Mexican Falcon.
Yeah, it's dumb, and I'm kind of happy they kind of pointed that out and how dumb it is.
I mean, Black Thunder, it makes sense if like because it sounds cool. It's like the thunder itself is like a different color, you know?
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure the name is probably because he was black. I'm pretty sure that's like a big reason why it's called that.
Yeah, most likely it was.
Like it's kind of a dumb like name choice. Even if it does sound
or
cool.
Like Black Manta.
But was he black? Is he black? Cause I remember he was white.
He's black. I think.
Well, the thing is, a Black Manta is actually a thing though.
Black Manta
is named after an animal.
Black in like the movie. I'm not sure about the
Well,
I don't know about the.
I think it's gonna so I think it's named after a animal. That's kind of a different story.
Aquaman is named after an animal.
Well, he's named after water. He's named after he's Agua. He's named after water. Like, how embarrassing is that? You're named after water. Can't be anything interesting.
Well, he's named after water in Latin.
Oh, what a loser! Imagine being named after water.
Well, my name Mar is ocean in Spanish.
Oh, what a loser!
Or sea. I forgot which one. And
What a loser! Imagine.
well, imagine being named after a Roman city, Sparta. I couldn't imagine.
I'm proud of. I am proud of what I am. At least I'm not named after water.
You're named after a city.
Yeah, so it's more interesting than water. Like, look at this water. I just throw it at people and get it wet.
You're named after a city.
You're named after water. What a loser! Just like Aquaman with his yellow hair and his green pants
And his hot face.
and his big fork. He's gonna poke you with a fork. Yeah, I poke
It's
you with a fork and
a
then you die.
trident.
It's a fork. Get used to it.
Trident.
Call it fork. Fork.
Sparta, you're going to make the weapon nerds mad?
Good. I call it a fork because I can.
I called you a nerd because I can.
Okay. In the comments, say hashtag is a fork mar in the
No,
comments.
don't say that. Ignore the nerd here. Say hashtag Sparta is a nerd in the comments, and I'll be sure to tell him.
And remember the hashtag sock. Remember the hashtag purple sock gang in the comments for Baron Demo support.
Yes, purple sock gang, purple sock.
Yes, we need more purple sock gang.
Oh, Sparta, we are going to have to make an episode on like a mixed episode on Loki and fuck, what's it called? Black Widow, because it's coming out same week or same day. I forgot.
Wasn't Black Widow delayed again?
No, it's going to be theatrically released, but it's also going to be released on Disney Plus by Premiere Access.
Oh, speaking of which, though, the James Gunn Suicide Squad come out August 6th on theaters and HBO Max, and it looks really good.
I haven't seen any trailers for it.
There's a new one that came out like in the morning, and honestly, it has a James Gunn feel of it. Honestly,
I might see it because I'm attracted to the shark guy, but
he's in the movie, and he's as thick-headed as he is in the comics.
yeah, but I'm not sure because it's probably gonna have gore and
there is
violence.
in the trailer, King Shark rips a guy in half, and you can see like the blood ooze off, sprout off of him and all that.
Yeah,
And he eats a guy in there too.
I'm not sure I'm gonna watch it then.
Remember, it's rated R.
Yeah,
And it's a DC film.
I don't like dark stuff. As Sparta will probably.
No, it's not gonna be dark. It's not gonna be dark. It's gonna be a comedic movie, but DC has less restrictions when it comes to violence, so they can be as gory and bloody as he wants.
Yes, and I'm not really into that. So if when it releases, when we do a Stargazer,
But you're gonna miss the weasel guy licking the cage.
not even
He was licking the cage.
not even the fact that Polka Dot Man is in the film can convince me to watch it.
What about John Cena? He's wearing his jeans shorts in the trailer.
John Cena is in the film.
Yes.
What character is he playing?
Basically, that very patriotic villain that would do anything for America, even commit crimes.
Oh, so every U.S. soldier. Oh, all right. I
basically.
forgot I was not.
Here's his key quote. It said, "If there was a beach full of dicks and he had to eat them all for the sake of liberty, he will do it."
I would eat a lot of dicks just because I'm a slut.
You could tell the humor that's in the movie if that was like a joke in the trailer, saying like, yes, he would eat like an entire island full of severed, cut off dicks if it meant saving America's liberty.
Yes, that's interesting.
Which is funny.
Well, when that movie releases, if we do a Stargazer Cafe that week, Sparta will probably give you all the details on the movie and phone.
It's gotta be automatic because it's a James Gunn film.
Probably, I'm not gonna watch it because I'm not a fan of that amount of violence. Sparta will be.
I say just watch the trailer and see how you feel. And maybe either next episode or put it in the comments and see if you're gonna talk about it. Just let people know.
Probably. Well, final thoughts on the episode?
It was a good episode. I hope for the next episode you finally get to see Itchy and Scratchy kiss.
Yes, I hope the next episode we see Falcon and Sam kiss. No, wait, they are the same character.
Hopefully, hopefully, Poochie the dog makes a cameo.
Yes, I hope Pucci the dog makes the cameo and that they bring Jackson and Skippy the Force sensitive droid back into the Star Wars canon. I hope that Dave Filoni listens to all my comments I make on his Twitter account.
Specifically, Bort, a Disgruntled Goat, and Ku Klux Klan. They have to bring it back in the MCU.
Sparta, please don't mention that stuff again. That last one.
But they're key Simpsons characters.
Sparta, please.
Hmm.
I don't mind being demonetized, but it has to be for the right reasons. And in case anyone wants to say anything, Sparta is Latino, like I am a Latina girl, so it's not as culturally insensitive for him to make that joke. I just want to state that, even though I don't agree with the joke, mostly because I don't.
But he's a clam.
Sparta, please.
He's a clam. It's a clam. He goes chomp chomp chomp.
Yes, I guess. But anyway, I really enjoyed the episode. It was great. I really liked the politics of the episode. I like the character interactions. I think it's doing a slightly better job than WandaVision. I like.
Yeah, I expected more with that show. There should have been more interaction with these characters.
Yeah, I like the action set pieces too. Those are great.
Yeah. Hopefully, we find out in this episode that who's the real father.
Yes, hopefully we find out who's the real daddy of the super soldiers. Um,
And hopefully we figure out who's the next America's Top Idol.
yes, it's probably gonna be Sam Wilson.
Yeah, and the next Iron Chef is probably gonna be, let's say Mo.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been Marmor and Sparta, Stargazer Cafe, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Next episode will come out next Saturday. Next Saturday, where we'll be talking about more of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Remember to check out my Twitter, which is in the description. There's a Discord in which you will probably be able to talk to me and Sparta. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, you can support me on Patreon because I don't plan on making my videos monetized. And
remember, she needs your extra 3 cents.
Shut up. And Sparta is a bottom, so make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Say goodbye, Sparta.
Remember, vote for Moses like in 2024.
Shut up. Thank you, everyone. See you guys on the next one.